Hey everyone, welcome back to Economists In. I am Dr. Ghulam Mohiuddin. Hold onto your hats and wallets, because today we're diving into the murky waters of stagflation. Imagine a double whammy of economic stagnation and inflation that's more unsettling than a soggy bowl of cereal. But what happens when this economic nightmare collides with food security? Spoiler alert, it's not pretty. Stick around as we break it down, sprinkle in some recent facts and figures, and keep it as engaging as a gourmet cooking show. So, what is stagflation? Picture this: stagflation is the economic equivalent of being stuck in traffic with a rapidly emptying gas tank. It's characterized by sluggish economic growth, high unemployment, and rising prices. Imagine the economy as a car. In normal times, it's either accelerating, growth, or braking, recession. During stagflation, it's like revving the engine and slamming on the brakes, burning fuel, money, but going nowhere fast. As of mid-2023, the specter of stagflation looms large over many economies. According to the World Bank, global economic growth is projected to slow down to 2.1% in 2024, down from 3.1% in 2022. Meanwhile, inflation remains stubbornly high, particularly in essential sectors like food and energy. For example, the inflation rate in the U.S. hovered around 5% in 2023, significantly higher than the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. Now, let's stir the pot and see how stagflation impacts food security, a critical issue affecting millions worldwide. Inflation, especially in the food sector, is the most immediate impact of stagflation. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, global food prices surged by 12% in 2023, marking one of the steepest rises in recent history. When staples like wheat, rice, and maize soar, low-income households feel the pinch the most. Economic stagnation discourages investment in agriculture. With higher borrowing costs and uncertain returns, farmers and agribusinesses cut back on investments in new technologies, infrastructure, and inputs like fertilizers and seeds. This leads to lower productivity and higher vulnerability to climate shocks, pests, and diseases. Stagflation also exacerbates supply chain issues. High transportation costs, driven by increased fuel prices and labor shortages, can disrupt food distribution. In 2023, logistical challenges contributed to food shortages in various regions, causing prices to spike even further. The UN reported significant disruptions in Africa and Southeast Asia, where supply chains are already fragile. Stagflation's impact on food security varies across regions, but no one is entirely immune. In wealthier nations, stagflation leads to higher food prices and reduced purchasing power. This means more families turning to food banks and government assistance programs. For instance, in the U.S., the number of people relying on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, increased by 7% in 2023. In developing countries, the situation is more dire. High food prices can lead to widespread malnutrition and even famine. The World Food Programme, WFP, reported that in 2023, the number of people facing acute food insecurity rose to 345 million, a 25% increase from the previous year. Countries like Yemen, South Sudan, and Afghanistan are among the hardest hit. While the outlook might seem grim, there are ways to mitigate the impact of stagflation on food security. Governments need to implement policies that stabilize food prices, such as subsidies for essential food items and support for smallholder farmers. For example, India's public distribution system, PDS, provides subsidized food to millions, helping buffer against price shocks. Increasing investment in agricultural technology and infrastructure can boost productivity and resilience. Precision farming, climate-smart agriculture, and improved irrigation systems are key areas for development. Enhancing logistics and reducing transportation costs through better infrastructure and regional cooperation can ensure more stable food supplies. Expanding social protection programs like food stamps, cash transfers, and school feeding programs can help vulnerable populations cope with rising food prices. Did you know that urban agriculture is on the rise as a response to food insecurity? Cities like New York, Tokyo, and Nairobi are seeing a boom in rooftop farms, vertical gardens, and community gardens. These urban green spaces not only provide fresh produce but also create jobs and improve urban resilience to food price shocks. Stagflation is a tough nut to crack, but understanding its implications for food security is crucial. By addressing the root causes and implementing resilient strategies, we can ensure that our plates remain full, even in the face of economic turbulence. So next time you sit down for a meal, spare a thought for the complex economic forces that help put food on your table, and let's hope for a future where everyone has enough to eat.